Hi all, very happy evening to each and every one who is watching me live. In the previous two sessions, we discussed the concept of maxima and minima related to quadratic expressions. Maxima and minima comprehensively we have discussed with all the possible models. Then we started doing the practice sessions. Practice session, exam model sessions, practice session. Practice session 1 is over. Now we will be doing practice session 2 and practice session 3. In practice sessions, what we will do is, we will take a lot of exam replica questions or some of the very good problems which might come in your examinations. Without wasting time, let us start with practice session 2. For all the enrolled students, these two sessions we already did it in the afternoon. Let us do practice session 2. Practice session 2. I will also take another extra session at morning 7 a.m. 7 a.m. to either it could be 8 a.m. or 8:30. Tomorrow morning also I will take an extra session with practice session 3 so that every student will get benefited with the maximum number of variety of questions that comes from quadratic equation. Quadratic equation is an extremely important topic for all the students who are planning to write, whether it is CAT examination or an SSC examination. Algebra. Generally in CAT and XAT examination, around 35 to 40% of the questions are seen from the last 8 to 10 years only from the topic algebra. So we will spend a lot of time in discussing all the possible models. Without wasting time, let us get into the problem. First problem. See this problem, sir. Some of the questions are very carefully designed, keeping in view of the latest examinations. Now see, if the minimum value of a into x minus 2 whole square plus b into x minus 2 plus c is 8, then find the minimum value of ax square plus bx plus c. Now a recap of concept. In the first session we discussed, if the quadratic expression is ax square plus bx plus c, ax square plus bx plus c, two cases will arise. Depending on the coefficient of x square, I will get a minimum or a maximum value. Coefficient of x square, if it is greater than 0, the curve will touch the axis at 2 points. If d is greater than 0, it will touch the axis at 1 point. If d is equivalent to 0, it will not touch the axis when discriminant is less than 0. Depending upon the discriminant value, the graph will either touch the axis at 2 points. If it touches the axis at 2 points, then the roots are said to be real and distinct. If it touches the axis at 1 point, then the roots are said to be real and equal. If it does not touch the axis, then the roots are said to be imaginary. Now, if you see here, for me, what is important is, this is the minimum value. Minimum value is at minus b by 2a, and the value of that expression will be minus d by 4a. Minus d by 4a. Now take this water bottle. There is water in this water bottle. Suppose there is a 300 ml water in this water bottle. If I shift it from this point to this point, will the volume of the water changes? No. Even if I rotate it, the volume of the water will not change. Same concept here. Suppose see here, ax square plus bx plus c. Ax square plus bx plus c. If a is greater than 0, then this expression will have minimum at minus b by 2a. And that minimum value of that expression is obtained by substituting minus b by 2a wherever x is there. It is minus d by 4a. Now if you observe closely, x minimum is dependent on b and a. Y minimum is dependent on A, B and C. D is the discriminant. Discriminant is given by B square minus 4AC. Discriminant is given by B square minus 4AC. X minimum is dependent on A and B. Y minimum is dependent on A, B and C. But what is happening? The question is A into x minus 2 whole square. A into x minus 2 whole square plus b into x minus 2 plus c. A into x minus 2 whole square. It is b into x minus 2 plus c. This is nothing but a shifting of the graph. This is nothing but a shifting of the origin. From 0, 0, the origin is shifted to 2, 2. It is nothing but shifting of the origin. If I shift the graph, suppose the graph is like this. If I shift the graph by another 3 units, if I shift it to the right units, minimum value does not change. Minimum value does not change. If I shift the graph from left to right or right to left, the x minimum is dependent on a and b. Y minimum is dependent on a, b and c. It is not dependent on the value of x. So if I shift the origin, the minimum value will not change. If I shift the origin, the minimum value will not change. Extremely important concept, and this kind of question I kept it out in a lot of mock papers, mock series we are going to start very, very soon. If I shift the origin, minimum value will not change. Suppose if I rotate the graph, yes, if I rotate the graph, now there is a minimum value. If I rotate the graph, then I will get the maximum value. If I rotate the graph, minimum will become maximum. If I shift the origin, minimum value of the graph will not change. Please write down in your notebook, because it will not change for the reason that x minimum is given by minus b by 2a, y minimum is given by minus d by 4a. It is dependent on a and b. It is dependent on a and b. First question. Second one, another cat replica question. All the questions whatever we are doing are very, very close to the examination standard, and you will learn a lot from each and every question. Second question, if the equation, there is an equation, read the question first properly, you will get an idea. X square plus px plus qr equivalent to 0. There is one equation. And x square plus qx plus pr equivalent to 0. There are two different equations. One is x square plus px plus qr equivalent to 0. Another is x square plus qx plus pr equivalent to 0. They have a common root. We do not know what is the common root. Let alpha be the common root. Let alpha be the common root. What do you mean by root? Root is a value which will make the y component 0. Or if f of x is a function, if f of alpha equivalent to 0, then alpha is called the root. Then alpha is called the root. So alpha square plus p alpha plus qr equivalent to 0. It is a root which is common in both the equations. So this will become alpha square plus q alpha plus pr equivalent to 0. I hope it is there, right? Alpha is the root which is common in both the equations. So alpha square plus p alpha plus qr 0. Alpha square plus q alpha plus pr equivalent to 0. If I subtract or if I equate both of them, pr qr equivalent to alpha square plus q alpha plus pr equal pr. Alpha square cancel. P alpha minus q alpha. P minus q into alpha. PR minus QR. R into P minus Q. R into P minus Q. So alpha is given by R. Alpha is given by R. Now what is the question? If the equation x square plus px plus qr equivalent to 0. First equation is x square plus px plus qr equivalent to 0. Sum of the roots is given by minus p. Product of the roots is given by qr. The first root is r into, let me take beta equivalent to qr. R cancel, so beta equivalent to q. That means first equation has got roots r and q. Okay, what is the question? Then the sum and the product of their other roots he is asking. What is the another equation? X square plus qx plus pr equivalent to 0. Product of the roots is given by pr. Product of the roots is given by C by A. Product of the roots is alpha into gamma equivalent to PR. Alpha is R. R into gamma equivalent to P into R. R cancel. Gamma equivalent to P. Gamma equivalent to P. That means what is he asking? The sum of their other roots. Sum of their other roots and the product of their other roots. For this equation, what is the other root? Beta. So beta is equivalent to Q. For this equation, what is the other root? Gamma. Gamma is equivalent to P. What do you require? Sum of their roots and product of their roots we require. Sum of their roots it is given by minus of P plus Q. Minus of P plus Q. And product of their roots it is given by PQ. Where is PQ there? Here it is there, here it is there. Here it is not there, here it is not there. Now, answer is in terms of R. Let us convert. Wherever alpha is there, it is R square. R square plus PR plus QR equivalent to 0. R common. R plus P plus Q equivalent to 0. R is one root. So P plus Q equivalent to minus R. Minus into minus R plus R. Answer is R comma PQ. Very, very good question. Very, very good question. In our session number 2, we have discussed the common root concept. There is an equation x square plus px plus qr equivalent to 0. Alpha is a common root. So alpha will satisfy this equation. Alpha will satisfy this equation. Both of them are equated to 0. So I equated both of them. So first thing I got is alpha is equivalent to R. Alpha is equivalent to R. This is step number 1. Then step number 2, I found out the other root by using product of the roots for the first equation. Then I found out the product of the roots for the second equation. I got the other two roots. Then I did as per the question. Sum of the roots I did, product of the roots I did. 4-step explanation. Very, very easy way of solving a question. Extremely, you will find this kind of questions in your mock examination also. All of them are fresh questions. Probably you will not see these kind of questions in any of the regular textbook. Now read the next question. Let x1, x2 be the roots of the equation. There is an equation x square minus 3x plus p equivalent to 0. X square minus 3x plus p equivalent to 0. What are the roots? Sum of the roots is given by minus b by a. Minus into minus 3 plus 3. Product of the roots is given by x1, x2 equivalent to p. First one I did sum of the roots as well as product of the roots. Next it is x square minus 12x plus q equivalent to 0. Sum of the roots is given by x1 plus x2 equivalent to 12 and x1, these x3, x4. x3, x4 is equivalent to q. x3, x4 equivalent to q. What we will do is first we will read the question and convert the question into an mathematical expression. If the numbers x1, x2, x3, x4, x1, x2, x3, x4 are the roots, they are in increasing order and it is an GP progression. x1, x2, x3, x4. Suppose if I pick from the answer option, there is a choice that which I will get. Let me pick the first option, P. P if I pick 2. x1, x2, it is equivalent to 2. x1, x2 equivalent to 2. It is in increasing order, 1 into 2. If 1 and 2 are there, ratio is 2 by 1. So this will become 4 into 8. 4 into 8 is 32. How I took 4 and 8? Why? Because x1, x2, x3, x4, they are in geometric progression. x1, 1, x2, 2, common ratio 2. 2 into 2, 4. 4 into 2, 8. So 4 into 8, 32. So P value is 2 and Q value is 32. Very, very simple question. Idea is to just to read the question. x1, x2, x3, x4 are in an increasing progression. So if it is 2, I picked it out from the answer option, either 2 or 4. Sir, why can't it be 4? Suppose if I take 1 into 4. 1 and 4. Common ratio it is 4. Next it will be 16 and 64. 16 into 64, that is not there in the answer option. So P equivalent to 2 is the right answer option. Very, very good question. Very, very easy question. Practice exercises. We will do a lot of problems which are very, very close to the examination standard. Now, if you see here, if alpha, beta are the roots of the equation, x square plus px plus 1 equivalent to 0, and gamma delta are the roots of the equation, x square plus qx plus 1 equivalent to 0. Alpha minus gamma, beta minus delta, alpha plus delta, beta plus delta. So what we will do is, answer contains variables. All the answers are in variables. Questions are also in variables. I told you that entire algebra, it is of 4 types. Question variable, answer variables. Question variables, answer numerical values. Question numerical values, answer variables. Question numerical values and answer also numerical values. We have already discussed in our algebra session how we can use a degree concept, how we can use a symmetry concept, how we can do a substitution concept, how we can do an dependent variable zero concept. Already we discussed in detail. Here it is, question is a variable, answer is a variable. Very, very easy way to solve. Take P equivalent to 2. So this will become x square plus 2x plus 1 equivalent to 0. X plus 1 whole square is equivalent to 0. Whole square equivalent to 0. That means alpha is minus 1 and beta is minus 1. Are you all with me? Next one it is, take q equivalent to minus 2. So it is x square minus 2x plus 1 equivalent to 0. X minus 1 whole square equivalent to 0. That means gamma is 1 and delta is 1. Alpha is minus 1, beta is minus 1. Gamma is 1 and delta is 1. P is 2 and Q is minus 2. Now we will do one by one. Question contains variables, answer contains variable. Best way to solve is by substitution method. Please write down in your notebook. If the question contains variables, answer contains variables. Question contains variables, answer contains variables. Substitution method you can do. Degree method also you can use. Symmetric function method also we can use. We already discussed in our previous classes what is the demerit of the degree method and what is the demerit of the symmetric function. Question variable, answer variables. Now we will do one by one. Alpha minus delta. Alpha minus delta minus 2. Beta minus delta. Beta minus delta minus 2. Alpha plus delta. Alpha plus gamma. Alpha plus gamma. Alpha it is minus 1. Gamma it is plus 1. Beta plus delta. Beta plus delta it is minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1. So this will become 4 minus 1 it is 0. Where is the answer 0? Pick it out. First option 4 plus 4 8. Second option 4 minus 4 0. 4 minus 4 0. Please do not complicate your life by doing a lot of sum of the roots or a product of the roots. Not required. Wherever P is there, substitute 2, and wherever Q is there, substitute minus 2. Wherever Q is there, substitute minus 2. I hope the idea it is very clear. Every question, one concept it will teach you. All are fresh questions, sir. If alpha, beta are the roots of the equation, 6x square minus 6x plus 1 equivalent to 0. 6x square minus 6x plus 1 equivalent to 0. Now if you see, we have to find half of, half if I take common, a plus a is 2a, a plus a is 2a plus b into alpha plus beta, okay, sum of the roots I require. Next is c into alpha square plus beta square, alpha square plus beta square. Next d into alpha cube plus beta cube. It is a simple simplification related problem. Alpha plus beta, sum of the roots is given by minus b by a, minus of minus 6 by 6. So it is 1. Sum of the roots is given by 1. Product of the roots is given by, product of the roots is given by 1 by 6. Sum of the roots is given by 1. Product of the roots, it is given by 1 by 6. Alpha square plus beta square. Just a simple substitution, sir. Alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. So this will become alpha plus beta, it is 1. 1 minus 1 by 3, which is 2 by 3. 1 minus 1 by 3, which is 2 by 3. I hope it is clear. Alpha square plus beta square. Next is alpha cube plus beta cube. A cube plus b cube is given by a plus b whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. What is alpha plus beta? 1. 1 minus 3 into alpha beta is 1 by 6 and it is 1. So these half. Substitute there. Whatever the answer that you will get, that itself is the answer. Half of 2a plus b into, what is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta, how much it is? 1. Simple substitution. Next is c into alpha square plus beta square. It is 2 by 3. Plus d into alpha cube plus beta cube. It is 1 by 2. It is 1 by 2. So this will become a plus b by 2 plus c by 3 plus d by 4. Where is the option? A plus b by 2 plus c by 3 plus d by 4. Simple substitution. Simple substitution. Only thing what to probably we require is how to find out alpha square plus beta square. Alpha square plus beta square in terms of sum of the roots and product of the roots is given by alpha plus beta whole square. This is one thing which you should know, and this is another thing which you should know. Once you know this, then rest of the thing, it is nothing but a simple simplification. Simple simplification. Idea, it is clear? Sixth one. Seventh one. X equivalent to root of 2 plus root of 2 plus root of. I will do a lot of problems under the third in practice session 4, which tomorrow we will do it in the live class in the afternoon. X equivalent to root of 2 plus. These is nothing but x. These is nothing but x. That means whatever I keep it x, I should get the answer. First one, if I keep it 2. 2 plus 2, root of 4. Root of 4 is, square root always gives a positive value. Answer is 2. Answer is 2. I hope the idea, it is clear. Suppose if there is an option 1. If there is an option 1. If there is an option 1. How to eliminate 1? If you see here, this is x equivalent to root of 2 plus root of 2 plus 2. It is positive value. Root of 2 plus, that means answer should be greater than 1.414. Answer should be greater than 1.414. Therefore, option number E can be eliminated. How to do an approximation inserts, that also we will discuss in the next few classes. This entire value, it is x. X equivalent to root of 2 plus x. Substitute x equivalent to 2 on the left hand side and right hand side. LHS should be equivalent to RHS. 2 equivalent to root of 4. Root of 4 is 2. 2 equivalent to 2. Seventh one, I hope the idea, it is clear. Eighth one, this is a favorite question. Most of the students who prepared for IIT preparation, students who prepared for any other aptitude examination placements, this question you might have seen it. Sin alpha, cos alpha are the roots of the equation. Are the roots of the equation? Method 1. Method 1, what we will do is, sin alpha and cos alpha are the roots of the equation. Sum of the roots is given by minus b by a. Product of the roots is given by sin alpha, cos alpha, it is given by c by a. Now, we know one identity, sin square alpha plus cos square alpha. Sin square alpha plus cos square alpha equivalent to 1. A square plus b square equivalent to 1. So, sin alpha plus cos alpha minus 2 sin alpha cos alpha, it is equivalent to 1. Sin alpha plus cos alpha is b square by a square minus 2 into c by a equivalent to 1. That means this will give b square minus 2ac equivalent to a square, where it is. So this is a square minus b square plus 2ac equivalent to 0. Very, very simple substitution notation. Sum of the roots is given by minus b by a. Product of the roots is given by c by a. So we are using an identity sin square theta plus cos square theta equivalent to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is sin alpha plus cos alpha whole square minus 2 sin alpha cos alpha. I hope the concept is clear. Now method 2. What you do is, probably you take let alpha equivalent to 90 degrees. Let us see what is happening if I take alpha equivalent to 90. So sin 90 plus cos 90 plus cos 90 equivalent to minus b by a. Sin 90 it is 1, cos 90 it is 0. So b equivalent to 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. So b equivalent to minus a. b equivalent to minus a. Sin 90 into cos 90. Sin 90 into cos 90 equivalent to c by a. c equivalent to 0. c equivalent to 0. If c is equivalent to 0, if c is equivalent to 0, a square is equivalent to b square. a square is equivalent to b square. Directly you can substitute c is equivalent to 0. a square equivalent to minus b square. No. a equivalent to minus c. a square equivalent to b square. Simple way of solving this question is, again the question contains, instead of variables, it contains angles. Question contains angle, answer contains variables. Here, right, also we can do. You don't need to do all this. Just to substitute alpha equivalent to 90, you will get the answer. Very, very easy way of solving the question. 8th one. Now, these kind of questions are very, very important in your examination. Listen carefully from 9th onwards. The value of k for which the equation is 3x square plus 2 into k square plus 1 into x plus k square minus 3k plus 2 equivalent to 0. This is a quadratic equation. ax square plus bx plus c equivalent to 0. Now see here. What is mentioned has the roots of an opposite sign. Roots are opposite sign. Suppose if I take product of the roots. If I take product of the roots for a quadratic expression is given by c by a. Roots are opposite in sign. If the roots are alpha and beta, product of the roots is given by alpha beta, which is c by a. That means if this is positive, this will be negative. Are you all with me? If this is negative, this will be positive. So positive into negative or negative into positive, it will be negative. It will be negative. Coefficient of x square, it is 3. 3 means it is positive. That means c should be less than 0. If the roots are of opposite sign, c should be less than 0. c is given by k square minus 3k plus 2. c, it is less than 0. So this will be k minus 1 into k minus 2 less than 0. That means if it is less than, k lies between the critical points. K lies between the critical points. Answer for this question is 1, 2. All the real values from 1, 2. Very, very important learning. If the roots are opposite in sign, and the coefficient of x square, if it is positive, then what is the condition? C is less than 0. From where it is derived? It is derived from this concept. Product of roots is given by C by A. Alpha, beta is C by A. One positive, another negative. Another negative, positive. So answer will be total negative. A is greater than 0. So C will be less than 0. I hope the 9th one, the concept is very, very clear. This kind opposite in sign, it is very, very important, sir. Next one, if alpha, beta are the roots of the equation ax square plus 3x plus 2, a is less than 0, then alpha square by beta plus beta square by alpha. Now, alpha plus beta, sum of the roots is given by minus 3 by a. Product of the roots is given by c by a, 2 by a. This is something which is very, very clear to us. Sum of the roots is given by minus 3 by a and product of the roots is given by 2 by a. Now we require alpha square by beta plus beta square by alpha. So this will be alpha cube plus beta cube divided by alpha beta. This is given by alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta divided by alpha beta. Are you all with me? Alpha plus beta, it is given by minus 3 by a whole cube minus 3 alpha beta. Alpha beta, it is 2 by a. Alpha plus beta, it is minus 3 by a divided by alpha beta, it is 2 by a. 2 by a. Now, we do not even know the value of a. The value of a is not known to us. Is it getting cancelled? I don't think so. Minus 27 by a cube. Minus into minus plus. 9 2s are 18 divided by a square divided by 2 by a. A is not getting cancelled. Without knowing the value of a, how can you find out a greater than inequality? I hope the idea it is clear. So alpha plus beta are the roots of the equation. A is less than 0. A less than 0. What is the value of A? A less than 0 means it is simply saying that the graph is like that. That means we can determine the maximum value. But here A is not getting cancelled. A is not getting cancelled. So answer is none of this. Answer is none of this. Very, very good question, sir. I have seen this question in one of the old Olympiad papers. Answer is 1 by 81. Write this question at least 20 times. I have seen it. If the roots of the quadratic equation, there is an equation x square minus 4x minus log a base 3 equivalent to 0. Roots of the equation are real. When will be the quadratic equation? Roots will have real when discriminant is greater than or equivalent to 0. Why when discriminant is greater than or equivalent to 0? Roots will be real. When it is d greater than 0, it will touch the axis at 2 points. The points which are there on a number line are called real values. Or if d is equivalent to 0, it will touch at only 1 point. That is the reason discriminant is greater than or equivalent to 0. Discriminant is given by b square minus 4ac. C is minus log a base 3 greater than or equivalent to 0. So this is 16 plus 4 log a base 3 equivalent to 0. It is minus 4 equivalent to log a base 3. A is given by 3 power minus 4. 1 by 3 power 4. Answer is 1 by 81. Answer is 1 by 81. If the roots are real, discriminant will always be greater than or equivalent to 0. If the roots are real, discriminant will always be greater than or equivalent to 0. 11th one. Only once you understand practice session 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be very clear. Now see, next one. The real values of A for which the quadratic expression, 2x square minus of a cube plus 8a minus 1 into x plus a square minus 4a equivalent to 0. Who possess roots of opposite sign. Roots of opposite sign. If the roots are opposite in sign, what is the condition we just discussed? C is less than 0. C is less than 0. Product of the roots is given by C by A. Product of the roots is given by C by A. Opposite sign. If it is positive, this will be negative. If this is negative, this will be positive. Positive into negative or negative into positive. This is negative. Coefficient of x square, 2 it is positive. A is greater than 0, so C will be less than 0. A square minus 4A, it is less than 0. A into a minus 4 less than 0. I already discussed whenever there is a less than inequality in a quadratic expression, x minus alpha, x minus beta less than 0. If there is a less than inequality in a quadratic expression, x always lies between the roots. So x lies from alpha to beta. So answer for this question is 0 less than a less than 4. Answer for this question will be 0 less than a less than 4. If you do substitution, it might take a little more time. There is a cubic expression. Whenever the sign roots are opposite in sign, what is the condition in a quadratic expression? C will be less than 0. C will be less than 0. C will be less than 0. This is the proof for it. One is positive, another is negative. Positive into negative, negative, negative into positive, negative. So A is greater than 0, that means C is less than 0. A common, A into A minus 4 less than 0. If there is a less than inequality, it lies between the roots. 0 less than a less than 4. 0 less than a less than 4. If the ratio of the roots of the equation a1x square plus b1x plus c1 equivalent to 0, the ratio of the roots of the equation a1x square plus b1x plus c1 equivalent to 0 is equivalent to the ratio of the roots. Okay, is equivalent to the ratio of the roots b2x plus c2 equivalent to 0. That means if alpha beta are the roots, alpha by beta, gamma delta are the roots, it is equivalent to the ratio of the roots gamma by delta. Gamma by delta. Alpha by beta is equivalent to gamma by delta. Question contains variables. Whenever you get any question based on progressions, asking whether the question is in AP, GP, HP, right? AP, GP, HP, just substitute the values. The best thing is alpha is 1, beta is 2, 1 by 2. Gamma is 2, delta is 4. Delta is 4. Alpha is 1, beta is 2. So this equation will become x square minus 3x plus 2 equivalent to 0. This is gamma is 2, delta is 4. X square minus 6x plus 8 equivalent to 0. 6x plus 8 equivalent to 0. Now if you see a1 by a2, 1 by 1. b1 by b2, minus 3 by minus 6, 1 by 2. 2 by 8, 1 by 4. 1 by 2, 1 by 4. They are in which progression? Geometric progression. Whenever you get any questions asking whether the coefficients are in AP, GP and HP, you can easily solve it by substitution. Don't go by any equation method and waste your time. Alpha by beta, gamma by delta. Ratio it is equal. So I took alpha 1, beta 2. Ratio it is equal gamma 2, delta 4. X square minus sum of the roots plus product of the roots. So answer is 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 4. They are in geometric progression. 13th question. I hope the idea it is clear. Next one. Already we discussed this concept in the fundamentals class. Ax square plus bx plus c equivalent to 0. Product of the roots is given by c by a. Product of the roots is given by c by a. Alpha and 1 by alpha. Roots are reciprocal to each other. So alpha into 1 by alpha equivalent to c by a. C equivalent to a. Constant equivalent to coefficient of x square. C equivalent to a is the concept for the roots to be equal. That means C is equivalent to a. P is equivalent to 2. If the roots are reciprocal to each other, answer will be P equivalent to 2. Answer for this question will be P equivalent to 2. I hope 14th one, very, very conceptual oriented question. Now, next one. If the equation it is x square minus bx divided by ax minus c is equivalent to m minus 1 plus m by m plus 1 has roots equal in magnitude but opposite in sign, has roots equal but opposite in sign. If the generic form of quadratic expression is ax square plus bx equivalent to 0, sum of the roots is given by minus b by a. Roots are equal but opposite in sign. So that means b is equivalent to 0. B is equivalent to 0. What is b value? Coefficient of x. Coefficient of x is equivalent to 0. Coefficient of x, it is equivalent to 0. I hope the idea it is clear. What we will do is, we will try to subtract 1 on left hand side and right hand side. X square minus bx by ax minus c minus 1 equivalent to m minus 1 by m plus 1 minus 1. Idea is just to make the process little easier. So this will become x square minus bx minus ax plus c divided by ax minus c equivalent to m minus 1 minus m minus 1 divided by m plus 1. M minus m cancel. M minus m cancel. So these x square minus of a plus bx plus c divided by ax minus c equivalent to minus 2 by m plus 1. Minus 2 by m plus 1. Now we are concentrating on coefficient of x. Minus of a plus b into m plus 1. M plus 1 equivalent to coefficient of x minus 2 into a minus 2 into a. From these calculate it, whatever the answer that you get, that itself will be the value of n. Here please take care of calculation. Do the calculation very, very slowly. I hope the idea it is clear. If the roots are equal but opposite in sign, if the roots are equal in magnitude but opposite in sign, coefficient of x should be 0. Coefficient of x should be 0. So x square minus bx by ax minus c minus 1 equivalent to m minus 1 by m plus 1 minus 1. Minus m plus m cancel. It is minus 2. Minus 2 by m plus 1. So just make everything to the left hand side. Whatever the value that you get, that itself is the answer. Very, very easy question. Now for me 16th is a very good question, sir. 16th is a very, very good question. 16th is a new variety of question. 16th, extremely important question. If the equation x square, if the equation x square plus 2 into k plus 1 into x, x square plus 2 into k plus 1 into x plus 9k minus 5, 9k minus 5 equivalent to 0. What is the question? Has only negative roots. It has got two roots, both are negative. It has got two roots, both are negative. That means root means y coordinate, it is 0. That means the graph is like this. The graph is like this. The graph is like this. I hope the idea it is clear. If the graph is touching the axis at 2 points, then what will be the first case? Case 1 will be discriminant will be greater than or equivalent to 0. Discriminant will be greater than or equivalent to 0. Case number 2, alpha it is less than 0. Alpha it is less than 0. Beta it is less than 0. Alpha, one is a negative root, another also it is a negative root. Sum of the roots it should be less than 0. This is the second condition for two roots to be negative. Alpha less than 0, beta less than 0. Sum of the roots alpha plus beta, it should be less than 0. Why d greater than or equivalent to 0? Because it is touching the axis at two different points. Case 3. Case 3. Case 3. F of 0 is greater than 0. Why f of 0 is greater than 0? Let us take a very, very simple equation. Simple equation. Example. If I take two roots, both are negative, -1 and -4. So the quadratic equation will be x plus 1 into x plus 4. So if I substitute x square plus 5x plus 4. If I substitute 0, 0 plus 0 plus 4, 4 is greater than 0. Very, very important question. Whenever the roots are negative, case 1 is d greater than or equivalent to 0. Case 2 is if both of them are less than 0, sum of the roots will always be less than 0. F of 0 should be greater than 0. So case 1, d is, so this will be b square minus 4ac. 4 into k plus 1 whole square minus 4 into 9k minus 5. 9k minus 5 greater than or equivalent to 0. You will get the value of k. Case number 2. Case number 2. Sum of the roots is minus 2 of k plus 1. It is less than 0. Minus, that means if I multiply 2 into k plus 1 greater than 0, k is greater than minus 1. K is greater than minus 1. Case number 3, f of 0. This is 0. This is 0 plus 1. Right, 0. Next it is 9k minus 5. 9k minus 5 should be greater than 0. That means k is greater than 5 by 9. K is greater than 5 by 9. We will get 3 cases. Case 1, case 2 and case 3. Intersection of these 3 cases, that will be the answer. Intersection of 3 cases, that will be the answer. This is one way to solve. Understanding it by using case 1, case 2, case 3. It has got 2 negative roots. So d is greater than or equivalent to 0. Alpha less than 0, beta less than 0. Sum of the roots will always be less than 0. F of 0 is greater than 0. Another is question contains variable, answer contains variables. So what we can do is you can substitute some random value. K is less than or equivalent to 0. If I substitute k equivalent to minus 1, if k equivalent to minus 1, this will be 0. So x square, k is minus 1, minus 9 minus 4, x square minus 14 equivalent to 0, x square equivalent to 14, x square equivalent to 14. X square, let us take instead of k minus 1, let us take k minus 2. If I take minus 2, it will become minus 2 plus 1, minus 1, minus 1 into 2, minus 2, x square minus 2x, plus k is minus 2, minus 23. Check it out, what is it? The range of x that you are getting it. If you are getting both negative roots, that will be the answer. Otherwise, it is not the answer option. K greater than or equivalent to 6. Suppose if I take k value 6. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 2s are 14. X square plus 14x plus k value 6. 9 6 are 54. 54 minus 5. 49. 49 equivalent to 0. X square plus 14x plus 49. X plus 7 whole square. It is 0. X is minus 7. Minus 7 minus 7. It has got 2 negative real roots. But we do not know whether any other value will satisfy. I hope the idea it is clear. Case 1, case 2, case 3. These are the 3 important cases. A student should know it. In case if there is no option, none of this, you can substitute a value of k from the given answer option. Check it out which option is giving you negative roots. K is 6 is giving you minus 7, minus 7. There is a good probability that it could be the answer. It could be the answer. So be little careful when there is an option, none of this. When there is an option, none of this. 17th one. If alpha and beta are the roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c, alpha plus h, beta plus h. Very question contains variable, answer contains variables. So what you do is, you plug in with some random value. X square minus 3x plus 2 equivalent to 0. x is 1 comma 2, alpha is 1 and beta is 2. Let h value it is 3. So alpha plus h comma beta plus h, it is 4 comma 5. So the equation will become x square minus 9x plus 20 equivalent to 0. X square minus 9x plus 20 equivalent to 0. P equivalent to 1. Q equivalent to minus 9. R equivalent to 20. P is 1. Q is minus 9. R is 20. Then H value. Where it is giving, just check it out, sir. Here, A value it is 1. B value it is minus 3. C value it is 2. A1, B minus 3, C2. Here it is P value 1, Q minus 1 and R 20. Substitute here. B by A minus Q by P. B by A minus 3 by 1 minus 3 minus Q by P minus 3 minus of minus 9. Like that substitute it. What? Check it out with the option C, half of B by A minus Q by P. Half of B by A minus Q by P. B by A minus 3 by 1. It is minus 3. Minus Q by P. Minus of minus 9 by 1. 9 minus 3, 6. 6 by 2, 3. H value it is 3. So answer is half of B by A minus Q by P. Very, very easy questions if you understand the approaches. Question contains variables. Answer contains variables. Substitution method will do wonders to your scores. I hope it is clear. Next one. These, if both the roots of the equation are greater than 2, both are greater than 2, both are greater than 2, it is a root. So root means it will touch the axis. Alpha is greater than 3, beta is greater than 3. Sum of the roots should be greater than 6. This is the first condition. Sum of the roots should be greater than 6. Case 1, alpha plus beta greater than 6. Case 2, because it is a root, discriminant greater than or equivalent to 0. Discriminant greater than or equivalent to 0. Case number 3. What will happen to f of 0? Both the roots are greater than 3. If I take alpha 4 and beta 6, x square minus 10x plus 24. 0. 24 greater than 0. F of 0 greater than 0. F of 0 greater than 0. Case 1, case 2, case 3. So, root is greater than 3, beta is greater than 3. Sum of the roots is greater than 6. Discriminant is greater than or equivalent to 0. And this will be f of 0 greater than 0. Now sum of the roots. What is the sum of the roots? It is b by a. B by a will minus b by a. So minus of minus 6a. 6a greater than 6. A is greater than 1. It is case number 1. Discriminant is greater than or equivalent to 0. So that means minus 6a whole square minus 4 into 1 into 2 minus 2a plus 9a square greater than or equivalent to 0. Traditional method. F of 0 will be 9a square minus 2a plus 2. It is greater than 0. 9a square minus 2a plus 2 greater than 0. What you can do is, here you can substitute one value. A greater than 11 by 9. 11 by 9 is 1.2. Substitute a value 2. Substitute a value 2. Check it out whether all the values are getting satisfied. If a is greater than 2, that means option number D will be out. Check it out with 11 by 9. 11 by 9 satisfies. Then option number C and A are out. What you can do is, in method number 2, look at the answer option and take the value. Take A equivalent to 11 by 9. If it is satisfying, 11 by 9 is 1.2. It is greater than 1. First condition satisfied. Here also 1.1, 1.2 into 9, 10.8. It is also getting satisfied. Check it out. If it is getting satisfied, it at 11 by 9, all the three options will be out. Case 1, 2, 3. If you do like this, it will be little time consuming. Do not do like this. Go by the answer option approach. Go by the answer option approach. 18th one. 19th one. Again a very, very good exam model question. If a is an integral value and the equation x minus a into x minus 10 plus 1 equivalent to 0. X minus a into x minus 10 plus 1 equivalent to 0 has integral roots. Integral roots. Listen carefully, sir. X minus a into x minus 10 equivalent to minus 1. Then the integral values of a. A is an integer. X is an integer. 10 is an integer. In how many ways you can write minus 1 as an integer? 1 into minus 1 or minus 1 into 1. Please do not write 1 by 2 into minus 2 or 1 by 4 into minus 4. Avoid doing it. Minus 1 can be written as a product of two integers, 1 into minus 1 or minus 1 into 1. So x minus a is equivalent to 1. X minus 10 will become minus 1. That means x will become 9. A will become 8. A will become 8. So option number B, it is out. Option number B, it is out. Next case, if x minus a is minus 1, x minus 10 will become 1. X will become 11. So a will become 12. A will become 12. So a can take either 12 or 8. Very, very good question. Most of the students, what they do is, they will take d greater than or equivalent to 0. That's a very time consuming method. Question, read the question. A is an integer. A is an integer. And it has integral roots. X will take integer, a will take integer. In how many ways you can write minus 1 as a product of two integers? 1 into minus 1 or minus 1 into 1. Very, very important model. 19th one. Next one, if the roots of the equation are real and distinct, roots are distinct. Very, very good question, sir. Ax square plus bx plus c is equivalent to 0. Ax square plus bx plus c equivalent to 0. Roots are given by, root is given by minus plus or minus, minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. These alpha and beta. What is given? Roots are real and distinct. That means d is greater than distinct, right? D is greater than 0. He has not mentioned that roots are real and equal. Roots are real and distinct. D is greater than 0. So this will be minus b plus root of d by 2a. Next one will be minus b minus root of d by 2a. D is greater than 0. So it is positive. So it is minus b by 2a plus square root of d by 2a. D is positive. Minus b by 2a plus something. The value will be greater than minus b by 2a. The value will be greater than minus b by 2a. One root. Another root. Minus b by 2a minus root of d by 2a. D is positive. From minus b by 2a, I am decreasing it. Another root will be less than minus b by 2a. One root is greater than minus b by 2a. Another root is less than minus b by 2a. Both the roots are greater than minus b by 2a. Incorrect. Both are less than. No. One of the root is greater than minus b by 2a. It is minus b by 2a plus something. Minus b by 2a minus something. One is greater than minus b by 2a. Another is less than minus b by 2a. I hope this question is a very, very good conceptual question. 20th question. I hope the concept is clear. Exactly. I thought I should complete these 20 questions in 1 hour. So 20 questions, detailed question. No two questions are simple and conceptual. All the 20 questions, we solved it by using the concept. Especially both the roots are positive roots, both the roots are negative roots. Make a note of all these important key points. Again, I will meet you at morning 7 o'clock and I will complete another 20 questions so that you will get practice to a familiar questions. Thanks a lot for watching these late night extra session. With love, Anil Nair.